The echoes of a man's life are not only heard in his words, but felt in the silent spaces he leaves behind. For those who knew Yu Menglong, the silence after his passing carries the warmth of his laughter, the wisdom of his counsel, and the kindness of his heart. To speak of him is to speak of a man who did not just live. He built a legacy rooted in love, integrity, and the unbreakable bond of family. From his earliest days, Yu Menglong carried a sense of purpose that made him stand out. He was the kind of man who believed in the strength of unity, who found beauty in the simple things, and who treated everyone, from family to strangers, with the same gentle respect. His legacy wasn't written in monuments or wealth, but in the countless lives he touched and the values he instilled in those around him. At the center of his story was family, his pride, his purpose, his everything. He believed that family was not just a connection of blood, but a circle of trust, sacrifice, and unconditional love. It was in the laughter at dinner tables, the late-night talks, the shared tears, and the quiet prayers that his spirit thrived. His home was not merely a place to rest, but a sanctuary where love was felt deeply, where dreams were nurtured, and where every family member felt seen and valued. For those who grew up under his guidance, Yu Menglong was not just a father, a brother, or a son. He was a pillar of wisdom. His words had the power to calm storms, and his presence carried an unspoken assurance that no matter how hard life became, everything would eventually find its peace. He believed that leadership in a family was not about control, but about guidance through example, and he lived every day proving that. Even in his quiet moments, he carried an energy that inspired those around him. He was not one to boast, yet his actions spoke volumes. He was often the first to lend a helping hand, the first to rise when others were weary, and the first to forgive when others held grudges. His compassion was not limited to his home. It extended into his community, where he was known as a man of integrity, someone whose word was his bond. When life presented its storms, Yu Menglong faced them with dignity. His strength was not in loud defiance, but in calm perseverance. He knew that true strength often comes in silence, in the patience to wait, the courage to endure, and the faith to believe that better days would come. Even in moments of hardship, his eyes carried hope, and his heart never lost its softness. To his loved ones, he was the definition of resilience. There were days when things fell apart, yet he somehow found a way to hold everyone together. It was as though he carried the invisible glue that mended hearts and built bridges in times of misunderstanding. That was Yu Menglong, the quiet force behind unity, the light in dark moments, and the voice of reason when emotions ran high. The story of his life cannot be told without speaking about the legacy he left behind. A legacy not measured in years, but in the impact he had on people's souls. Each of his family members carries a piece of his spirit, the way he